What's up, everyone? May 6th, another trade recap. So this one will be really fast. Not much to explain. So today was a little bit of a frustrating execution, but for the bulk of the day, all the action was inside the 8 a.m. 15-minute opening range breakout, which is what that's a strategy I'm using as of recently. Pre-market a little confusing, in my eyes at least, because it was like you think we're bullish and then pre-market we start going bearish. So didn't necessarily have any conviction. That would just be my lack of experience, but nonetheless, I saw we had bullish momentum, creating a bullish trend on the 1 minute, 5 minute, and so on. So I entered along after we broke here. We had almost broke, retested down past the midline. Then we finally broke, consolidated a little bit, and then this was the rejection that I liked because it was this fair value gap. We rejected off of it, respected it, um, and then broke again. Another rejection down to the downside through a fair value gap. So I took my long after this because this little pullback saw this pattern. That would work. And then as you can see, very small, right? Um, not to bash on anyone's strategy or anything or anyone's advice, but I would watch the webinar, uh, gave some advice about risk management, 150 to 300 risk to reward. I thought that's good. You don't lose too much money. If you lose, it's not going to affect you very well or very much. But took it, got stopped out on the third candle, and it was frustrating because the pullback that was just pullback and then release, and so this wasn't my usual risk and reward. 6 points. I usually target like 10 to 15. So if I did it my usual way, that's what it would have looked like because I usually put my stop loss at a fair value gap or key level or the range, whatever it may be. We broke this structure to the upside, so I knew we were going to target here, possible all-time highs. So this is what I would have done, and it's probably what I should have done because we saw this pullback. I would have probably taken the trade after the pullback. Nonetheless, that's why it's frustrating because I did the risk management of this and got stopped out immediately. Still green on the account, but I could have had it this day. And so I'm thinking to myself, like, what am I doing? I just gotta stick to my strategy. I gotta stick to what I'm comfortable with. This is still a 2-to-1 risk to reward. What would it have even been? So if I just did one, which is what I usually do, 600 to 300. So what could have been, I'm not gonna dwell on it too much. Still learning about risk management, still learning about what I'm comfortable with, but this is what I would have done. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? But this legitimately, I feel honestly, this is what I would have done. I saw a little pullback, so I'm like, okay, there's that pattern. Draw down to almost a fair value gap, but you gotta expect movement, right? And so that's what the minimal risk, little risk, a little bit bigger reward. Would have liked to see more leniency on my end, but I played it safe. Still green on the week. So I'm still learning my steps, my processes. So this was the real trade. Lost 150. This is what I wish I would have done. And so still learning, able to coach myself, see what works for me, see what doesn't work for me, and we keep moving from there. So again, short video, only 3-4 minutes long. Nothing really to explain, just kind of missed opportunity, but also learning experience. So that's all. We'll see you guys tomorrow on the 7th.